Parliament oversighting the executive, or is Parliament, for lack of a better word, tapping the executive on the back?
Not
or
at
on
all.
The wrist?
I think, when you say that we are passing government bills, you must remember we have someone called the majority leader in Parliament. The single job of the majority leader is to table government bills. Because if the government has to work, the laws have to be passed. So that is his job. Then there is private members' bills, and then the minority also are able to bring various bills. Like the bill on the Basic Education Amendment Act yesterday was by Honorable Oluoch, who is from the minority side. And he has been prosecuting it for almost 2 years. So yes, Parliament is not a rubber stamp, as you try and say. That's a rumor by the media.
All right. The Honorable Speaker, Moses Wetangula, recently spoke of some MPs receiving letters for appointment of teachers. And I know that matter was live, even in Parliament, by some members of Parliament yesterday. As the head of Parliament, how do you respond to this? Is Parliament an extension of the executive?
Okay,
or the recruitment agency of the executive? Okay,
Latiff, let me remind you again politely that we're here to discuss and take stock of Katiba at 16.
Indeed it is.
And so I have not come here to discuss rumors that are out there. What you can do, when I come to your TV station, that will be a valid question to ask. So I politely decline to answer.
Okay. Let me remind all of us that we are here to account for Katiba at 16. It is our constitution. The offices that we created are accountable to the people of Kenya in all things that they do, whether they are passing laws or blocking laws. So, the Honorable Deputy Speaker, yes, respectfully, I tell you that the question I'm asking is about accountability.
No, it's a valid question,
Parliament.
And as you said, and as I've told you, that for today's session, there's no answer to that. But I can confirm to you that yesterday, the Education Committee was waiting to summon the Teacher Service Commission, because that is the independent commission that is charged to do with recruitment of teachers. If they are doing it in a different manner other than provided by the law, then they are the ones to be called to account. And that's why I'm saying that's a conversation for another time, not today.
There's no better day than today, but let's move to the next one. Honorable Speaker, Amason Kingi, you're Speaker of the Senate. You served as the county governor for 2 terms, and you know the role of the Senate that we, the people, established is to defend and promote democracy, devolution. And I want to ask today.
I believe there's who was the person coming here to raise the questions? Our moderator, please. Latiff. This man harasses us when he gets hold of us. Please.
Your Excellency, the honorable panelists, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Happy Katiba Day. I want to start on that note because it has to be a happy Katiba Day. On this day, 16 years ago, it was a bright morning when many people gathered at Uhuru Park. I was one of them. And there was renewed hope in this republic that we, the people, were giving ourselves a new constitution. And on that day, we witnessed the birth of the Second Republic. On that day, we hoisted a national flag at Uhuru Park. It's there to date. When you look at that flag, always remember that represents the constitution that we're talking about today. Your Excellency, as we mark this 16th anniversary of our Katiba, we also ought to actually recognize that it is now a national.
I want to say to all of us, thank you very much. I think this is time we have spent very well. And thank you, Eric, for provoking us. Asante sana.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a standing ovation to our panel, please. And a round of applause as I welcome Michael Gitonga to come and take over to the next space. I'd like us to do something. Every 27th of August going forward, always remember it's a day of victory for we, the people. And I'd like us to say this together. 16 years ago, we, the people, gave ourselves this constitution. And our head of state went ahead to say, our responsibility today is to fulfill its promise and build a democratic, prosperous, and transformed republic. So repeat after me. Our responsibility today is to fulfill its promise and build a democratic, prosperous, and transformed republic. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. I'll request that we remain standing, and as His Excellency takes back his seat and the panelists, kindly let's take back our seats. And I'll request just one thing as we do that, because we'd like to clear the stage. We have one more thing we'd like to do, the conferment of Katiba Awards, which is going to be a very short part of it. I want us to just keep standing, and let's play a song to Shangilie Kenya as we empty the stage for the next session. Please, let's give us a song. We've been sitting for 6 good hours.
We must have a conversation as citizens. Should we pay taxes? Should we not? Should we borrow more money to do what we have to do? Or how do we borrow responsibly? So this is again another conversation, because the bottom line of all this thing about budget is taxes. Yes. I mean, we must have a candid conversation. Today, there is a big argument that Kenyans are overtaxed. We need to have a conversation. Is it based on empirical evidence? To my reflection, we are at 14, maybe 15%. Our taxes are 15% of GDP. The highest country, France, is 45% of GDP. They pay 45% of GDP. We pay 15%. South Africa pays 25% of GDP. So is the argument that we are overtaxing ourselves right, or is it not? And is it possible for us to provide for every service that we need without thinking of where we are going to raise the revenue for us to do that? This is again another conversation that speaks to what Mutaba Mushimi was saying as to affordability of government. But to my defense, I can say here that we have increased the budget for the judiciary from 18 billion when I came into office to 30 billion today. We have almost doubled the budget. That's the correct position. Under my administration, I think, together with the Judicial Service Commission, we have hired the highest number of judges any administration has hired. In my 4 short years, I think, Madam Chief Justice, I think you, myself, and your JSC has hired close to 100 judges. So we have made a contribution. Maybe we have not reached where we should. I sympathize that the building at the judiciary is not in very good shape. But I don't know whether you really want to renovate, because you have to be ready for the consequences of renovation. The audit out there is very vicious. You know, you don't know how much it have gone through on lectures on whether it was the right thing to renovate the State House. I've tried to make argument that this place was leaking. This is the address of the people of Kenya, any citizen, any but I don't know whether I've succeeded. So as you think about renovating and rebuilding judiciary, I will warn you that there will be consequences for that. But I guess you have the mettle for it. And I think with the new facility that we have negotiated with yourselves and the World Bank, we now have a facility of about 20 billion shillings to be able to rethink about how we can empower the judiciary to do more.